This week's Torah portion is Parshas Balak. It tells a story of a king, Balak, who hires the services of a non-Jewish prophet by the name of Bilam. He's afraid of the advance of the Jewish people and asks him to curse the Jewish people so that they can be conquered. Now, he understood that military might and military victories alone would not do it when it comes to the Jewish people, with God backing them. So instead, he wants to hire someone of the talent of Bilam to be able to curse the Jews, almost convincing God that the Jews are not the right nation to back and to protect. So when the emissaries of King Balak come to Bilam, and God tells Bilam that I don't want you to go, he tells the emissaries, there's no way I can go with you because whatever God tells me to do, I still have to abide by. But they pursue him. And he says, listen, you know what? Come back again. And I'll see maybe God can be convinced to change his mind. This idea that God twice tells Bilam first not to go, then says, you know what, go. Then they come back and God says no. And then God says yes again, ultimately allowing him to go with them. But God does say, you will not be able to tell them anything about the Jewish people that I myself don't want you to say. You will say only that which I tell you to. But the real question is, why did God change his mind? The whole idea of changing one's mind doesn't seem to be appropriate when it comes to God. And yet somehow God misled Bilam by thinking that God was uncertain, allowing Bilam to believe that somehow maybe he can manipulate God to extract a permission to allow him to go. There are many commentaries that deal with this, but I'd like to share with you just one of the Medrash. You see, this whole story teaches us an important lesson. The Medrash tells us that man is led down the path that he wishes to travel, because originally, as told, Bilam was told not to go. But since he had the audacity to somehow try to negotiate with God, God said, I really wasn't going to destroy you. But since you insist on your own destruction, by all means, I will let you go. And in some way, this is all of life. There are sometimes such clear signs on the paths of the journey of life that tell us, don't do this, stay away from this, don't go. But somehow when we want something so badly, our brain works in such a way that it convinces us that it won't be so bad. We can take that path and it will all work out, even though when it's blaringly so clear that that's not what God wants, or probably not even what we want. That is the uniqueness of the human mind. The ability to go ahead and make everything look so beautiful, even though we are clear that it's dismally so. So, if the path for you is somehow clear, just take it. Because the more that you dwell on it, the more that you might convince yourself otherwise. And that will not be good. Have a great Shabbat.